Hello everyone. So in previous class we completed our searching topic. So now we will start the our sorting techniques. Okay. So here in the 14th we have the searching and the sorting techniques, right? So in the previous class we discussed sequential search, or else we can call that one is like a linear search, right? And second one is the binary search. In the previous class only we completed the our binary search. And then now we will start the our sorting process. Okay, so your sorting will be in the ascending or descending order manner, right? So in that, first I'm taking the one technique is like a bubble sort. Okay, this bubble sort is the important topic. Okay, so this is the very important topic. Okay, so what is bubble sort? We are bubbling the our elements. Okay, so here let's see in the bubble sort. Okay, so this is the one type of fundamental problem. Here this bubble sort is the one of the techniques we can call like a fundamental problem. Okay, and this fundamental problem can be solved by the order of the list items. This bubble sort can solve the problems in our order of the list of items. Same like that in the sequential and binary search, we are taking the list of items, right? Or else elements. Same like that here also we are using the list of items. Okay. So we are giving the order position for that. We are giving the order position in the ascending order, or else we are giving the descending order, right? And there are plenty of solutions to the problem. Okay, so we have plenty of solutions, so many solutions we have to perform the one problem. If you got any problem, you are not solving only by using one technique. You are solving the number of solutions to we are finding the number of solution to solve the one problem. Same like that, here also we have the plenty of solution to solve the problem. So many, or else number of solutions we have to solve the one problem. Okay, so we can call that one. Okay, once you're solving those problems, okay, you can call that one is the sorting algorithm. Okay, we can call the sorting algorithm. So there are number of solution to the problem. Okay, there are a number of solution to the problem. So we can call that one is the sorting algorithm. We can call that one is the sorting algorithm, right? First here I'm writing that one. Okay, there are plenty, okay, plenty of solutions here. Plenty of solutions means your number of solutions. So many solutions we have. Okay, solutions to the to this problem. So many solutions to this problem, and also we can call this one, so commonly known as, we can call this one. Okay, once we are using the so many solutions means we can call that one is the sorting algorithm, commonly known as sorting algorithm, sorting algorithms. Okay, and we have not only one bubble sort, we have so many techniques, right? So some sorting algorithms are simple and iterative. Here sorting algorithms we have, right? But not only bubble sort, we have the insertion sort. Okay, and insertion sort, and also we have like iterative, okay, and selection. Like this we have so many sorting techniques. Okay, So in this sorting technique, okay, so whatever you are taking, okay, in the sorting algorithm, okay, or else some sorting algorithms are in the form of, okay, some sorting algorithms are in the form of simple, and those are in the form of iterative, okay, iterative process. Okay, iteration process means you're like we have in the C and C++ languages, iteration process, iteration statement. Okay, iteration, how it will be works here, iteration, you can take the looping process. You can take the looping. Okay, once you have to be complete the process, you can go with again back. And again you have to be complete that process and go with the back section. Means here we are going with the condition, we are checking again condition. So here searching algorithms is very simple to perform, and also here we are using the iterative performance. Iterative performance means here we are performing like loops in the C and C++, in the Java, whatever you can take programming languages. So in that we are performing the our iteration process. Iteration is nothing but like looping. Okay. And then here, so here in this okay, so in this means here in this class we are talking about the bubble sort, right? So some algorithms here I'm calling like some algorithms, some sorting algorithms are simple and iterative, right? So in this we have these simple and iterative is also in the bubble sort. Okay, here in the bubble sort we have the sorting algorithms, or it's simple and iterative. Okay, so which one is having the simple and iterative sorting technique here? Bubble sort is having the, okay, bubble sort is having the simple and iterative technology or technique, right? And or else you can take the quick sort. Not only bubble sort, we have the quick sort also. So that is having the extremely complicated but producing lightning fast results. Okay, so here quick sort is very difficult to perform, but it is giving the correct output. Okay, it is resulting the fast results also. It is results in the fast results also. Okay, I will tell you later about the quick sort. Okay. So here sorting is the operation. Here sorting is the one type of operation. Okay. So here sorting is the one of operation arranging the records of a table according to the key value of each record. Okay. Here sorting is the one type of operation. So that is arranging the records of the table. How means here? Ascending or descending order. So here I am giving the list of elements, some list of elements, numbers. Suppose you can take the numbers. Okay, so those numbers can be arranged in ascending or descending order. So we are calling those numbers is like records. Okay, records of the table is having key value of each record. Everything is having the one key value. Okay, and also it is defining to perform you can process the converting also. You can process the our converting. So how you are converting unordered set of elements to an ordered set? Unordered set of elements to the ordered set. Unordered means here we are giving the numbers. Those are not in the order manner. Okay, so we have clumsy position. Right? So at that time we are giving the positions to that. We are giving the order to that elements. Okay, I will explain the one example for that. Okay, so and now we are talking about our bubble sort, right? So in this sorting technique we are talking about the bubble sort first of all. Okay, so here bubble sort is the one type of simplest sorting algorithm. Here bubble sort is the one type of simplest sorting algorithm. Simple way, you can work with this simple way. You're not taking the difficulty activity in this. Okay, just you are performing the simple way to perform the our bubble sort, right? And also you are working the swapping, and also we are working the swapping position for this bubble sort. So we can repeat the swapping position. Not only one time, you can repeat the swapping position, and you can make the elements in the adjacent manner. You can make the, by using the swapping, you can make the adjacent elements. By using the, okay, by using the swapping, you can make the elements in the adjacent manner. And when means you, if they are in the wrong order. Okay, so if they are in the wrong order only, you have to be place the swapping. If they are in the correct manner, you can kept like that only. There is no problem. Okay. So in the bubble sort, so here I am writing the bubble sort definition. So just see this. Bubble sort is the simplest. Okay, it is the simplest way to perform the our sorting technique. Okay, simplest sorting algorithm. Okay, so this bubble sort can be works like, okay, that works by repeatedly. So which one is having the in order manner? So that is performing the repeated processes like swapping. Okay, swapping the adjacent element. Elements, if they are, okay, if they are in wrong order. If they are in the wrong order. Okay, so if they are in the correct order, so there is no problem to swapping position. You just place them in that manner only. If they are in the wrong order, you can use the swapping. Okay. So then see the one example to perform the bubble sorting. Okay. So here I am giving the bubble sort example. Just see this. First, should take like okay, so here is the one box, and this is not there here, and here is the another box. Okay, right. And first I am taking the element is like 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. Here I am taking the elements up to 5, 1 to 5, but those are not in the order manner. So here I am taking this one into first pass. Okay, so here we have the first position is like, but in the order we need to make that one into ascending order, right? So in that time we will get the 1. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, right? So we need to be move 1 to 5, right? We need to be move 1 to 5. So in that time you have to be use the swapping. Technique, right? So then 1 to 5 you can use the swapping here. Okay. So once you are using the swapping 1 to 5, it will be comes to here. 1 will be come to here, and the 5 will be here. 4, 2, 3. Okay. Once you are doing the swapping, okay, so that will be goes to the for what we are swapping number. Okay, so here we are swapping the number for the 5. So 1 is moving to the 5 position and 5 is moving to the 1 position. Okay, swapping will be done here like this. Okay, and next here we have 1 is in the correct order, but here 5, 4, 2, 3 are not in the correct order. They are in the wrong order, right? Then you can make that one into correct format. right? So first there is no problem with the 1. You just place this 1 here. And next we have the 4 and 5. So here 5 is bigger than 4, right? So then you can swap the 4. Then you can swap the 4 and the 5 here. So 4 to 5. Here I am giving the swapping to 4 and 5. Here you should do the swapping position. So 4 will be comes to the 5 position and 5 will be comes to the 4 position. Okay, so this one is the 4 and this one is the 5 and this one is the 2 and this one is the 3. Done. And next here, 1 after we should write the 4? No, 1 after we should write the 2. So here in where we have the 2? After 5 we have the 2. So here compared to the 5 and the 2, here 2 is the small value for that 5, right? So then you can do the swapping for 5 to 2 to 5. Okay, then you should do the swapping for these 1, 4. Okay, so we have the 2 and 5, right? So you should do the swapping for this swapping. Okay, so here 2 will be come to the 5 position and 5 will be come to the 2 position. And right here 2 and 5. So 3. Okay, so 5 after 3? No. 3 after only we will get the 5. Right? Then right here 1, 4, 2. Okay, so here you need to be do the swapping. Here you need to be do the swapping. So here 3 will be comes to the 5 position and 5 will be comes to the last position for 3. Okay, and 3 and 5. Right. So now 1 and 5 are in the correct order. Okay, just we are taking the 5 list of the elements is like 5 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But they are not in the order format. They are not in the order format. Okay, so just we place it, the 1 is in the first position and 5 is in the last position. Yes, these two are correct. But here 4, 2, 3 are in the wrong order. So then you can make that one into correct pass. Okay, I can make that one into correct pass. Right. And next here I am taking the second pass in this. Okay, so this is the our example right now. So for this we are getting from this we are getting this one. Okay, so from this we are getting this one. From this we are getting this one, and from this we are getting this one. Okay, and next here you should do the swapping for this. Okay, so here I am doing the second pass. Here I am doing the second pass. Okay, so in this second pass, what we have here? 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Okay, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Okay, then see. There is any possibility to perform here 1 to 4? There is any swap? Here there is no swap. 4 to 1? No. Why? Because here 1 is in the ascending order only. There is no swap. Okay, so you can write here no swap. Okay, and next what we have in the list? 4 to 2. We have in the list 4 to 2. One is you can keep like this. So here we are checking the 2 to 4. We are checking the, okay, first you can write here. We are checking the 2 to 4. Yes, we need to be changed. Okay, so then you can make this one into swap. Okay, you can make this one into swapping. Right? So just place this one into here. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Right? So 2 will be comes to the 4th position and 4 will be comes to the 2 position, and 3 and 5. 3 and 5. And next make this one. And next make this one. Okay, so here 1, 2 is in the correct order. Right. 1, 2 is in the correct order. Right. Next we have the 4 and 4 and 3. So you need to be change that one. Okay, so you need to be change that one. How 3 will be comes to the 4 position, like with the swapping. With the swapping, you just perform this one. Okay, right. So 3 will be comes to the 4th position, and 4 will be in the next position, and 5th one. Okay, and then next. Okay, so here 5 and 4. Yes, these are in the correct order only, but here you have to be write the no swap. So no swap. So then you will get the information 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You will get like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, right. So here this will be comes to this, and this one here, and this one here, and this one here. So from this, okay, from this you should pass the third pass. Okay, so here there is no space. From this you can pass the third pass, but here there is no space. So here I am writing in the next page. Okay, here I am writing in the next page. Right, here we are performing the third pass for this. Okay, what we have the third pass? Okay, already we got the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But okay, but again I am performing this one. Right, see. Okay, so here we got the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right. So from that here I am giving the pass. Okay, from the previous one. Okay. Then see. 1, 2, 2. There is any swap? No. There is no swap. So you should write the no swap. Okay. No swap means here again we will get the same box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 2 to 3. Okay. There is any swap? No. Then make here no swap. Okay. And again write here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from 3 to 4, there is any swap? No swap. Should write like a no swap. Okay. Again, you should draw the boxes 2, 3, 4, 5. From 5 to 4, no swap. There is no swap here. These are all in the correct order. So then at last we will get the one answer is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our answer. Okay, so here 1 will be comes to like this, and this list will be comes to like this, and this list will be comes to like this, and at last we got the answer is like this. Okay, so our answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So but we took like 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. We took like 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. So we got the answer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first one is not in the order manner. So we are making that one into order. Okay, we are making that one into order position. Okay. So and next here, so see the one program to this. We are changing this one. Okay. Program to this. Okay, right. So first always we are writing the include. Okay, include iostream.h. So here iostream.h means your input output streaming. In this we are using the input output. Okay, so include iostream.h, and also we are using here int main. We are using int main. Int main means here int is the one return type here, and the main is the our method. And next to open this method, in that I am writing int. Okay, in that I am writing int. Okay, int means your integer values, and array element. Okay, and array element. So in the array element, we are writing with the square braces. Okay, so how many elements we are giving? So here I am giving the elements up to 50 have to be used. Okay, and comma num. Num means your number. Okay, I and j. So I and j are the one variables, and temp. Temp means your template. Okay, and next here I am performing C out. C out means here it will be displays the output. Okay, C out. So here enter the first what we need, enter the size of array. Size of array. So here we need the size of the array. And next write down here C in number. Okay, so first it will be displays like enter the size of array. Okay, after that you should enter the number. How many numbers you need, that should be entered here by the num. Okay, and next here C out. Again here I am writing the C out. In that you can write enter the array elements. Okay, size of the array. First we are taking the size of the array. Number you should write 3 into 3 or anything. After that enter the array elements. Okay, you can enter the array elements. Right. Okay, so once you enter the array elements, okay, suppose you are taking the 3 by 3 means here we'll get the total 9 numbers. Okay, so you have to be enter the array elements is like up to 9. Right? How? By using these statements. Okay, for I is equals to 0, I less than num, plus I. So this is the pre-increment process. I is equals to 0, I less than number, and we are using the pre-increment process. Okay, first we should know the I value. Okay, and next here C in. So if you know the answer, you can directly insert the elements, array element I. Okay, array element I. Okay, if you know the I value, you can place this one into here. And next, suppose for that one is the I is equal 0, like this we will get one thing. And for that one is the I is equals to 1, you will get like I less than num plus I. So means here, so we incremented the process. I is equal to 0, after we will get the 1 only. So here we got the 1. And you need to be displayed that one into like this. Okay, so how you are displaying this one? So and also we have the j variable, right? So you should like write, okay, for j is equals to 0 and j is having the, okay, j less than is having the number minus I. Okay, so what we have the number and then what we have the I value. So then you can make that one into minus difference we are taking. Okay, and from that we are processing the pre-increment process. From that we are processing the pre-increment with the j. And next, if, okay, if array element, okay, if the array element, suppose you are taking the array element is j greater than array element j plus 1. Okay, suppose you are taking the array element is j, so that is greater than to the array element j plus 1. Okay, and next, okay, suppose you are taking the 1 means here that will be having 2. So 1 greater than 2, like that you have to be take. Okay, and next here give the open for this, and in this we are writing the template temp array element. Okay, array element. And next this array element will be performs like, this array element will be performs like array element with the j plus 1. Here we have the j and j plus 1. Okay, array element j with the array element j plus 1, and this j plus 1 will be works with our template. Okay, array element j plus 1 equals to temp. Array element is working to the temp. And next close this one and again close this one. Okay, you are closing the if condition and you are closing the our for loop. Okay, and next open the cout. You need to be print. Okay, means you need to be give the output for this like array after bubble sort. Array after bubble sort. Okay, after bubble sort you should display the after bubble sort what we have the information, means here in the order format, ascending or any descending order format. Okay, and next here for I is equals to 0, I less than m, and plus I, and plus I. For I is equals to 0, I less than m, and plus I. Okay, so again we are going to the pre-increment process, and you should display the array elements. How many array elements we have in the I? Okay, cout. Okay, array element. Okay, what we have in the array elements, so that should be displayed here. Okay, that should be displayed here, right? And next here you should take the return. Okay, return 0 and close the our main. Okay, our main method, and close the our main method. Okay, so it will be displays the output is like suppose. Okay, suppose here I am taking the first we have cout enter the size of array. First we have the one thing, size of the array. Suppose here I am taking the size of the array, so directly here I am writing the output. See this. So first it will be displays like enter the size of the array So here I am entering the size of array is like 8. Suppose only I am taking the 8. Okay, and enter the array elements. After that it will be displays like enter the array elements. Enter the array elements. Okay, so you need to be enter the array elements. So here I am entering the elements is like 24, 54, 12, 87, 41, 39, 6, 78. Okay, total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total we have the 8. Okay, size of the array we are checking 8, right? So then you can enter the 8 elements into that. Then you can sort this one by using these statements. We have these statements, right? From that you have to be place the like this. Okay, so what we have here, and next array after the bubble sort. You should display like array after bubble sort. After bubble sort. So after the bubble sort, it will be displayed in the ascending order. So here I am taking the ascending order manner. Okay, so how it will be displayed? So in this list means here same like this you have to be performed. So in the system just you have to be write this program, it will be directly processing. But when you are writing in the when you are finding in the written manner, you have to be process this one. Okay, so it will be gives the output is like 6. After we have the 12, after we have the 24 and 39, 41, 39, 41. Next we have the 54, and next we have the 78, and next we have the 87. So like this it will be gives the output. So first we are taking the some elements, from that we are making that one into order manner. Okay, first we are taking the different numbers. Okay, from that we are making the order manner. You should take any numbers, not only these numbers, that's your choice. You can take any numbers. Okay, so and next in this we have the some advantages and the disadvantages. Okay, next in this we have the advantages to work with the our bubble sort and disadvantages for this. Okay, first we should take the advantages. Okay, first we need to be perform the advantages. Okay, so what are the advantages for the bubble sorts here? So the bubble sort is having the very little memory. Okay, so it is taking the very little memory. Main advantage is taking little memory, not more memory. It is not occupying. Okay, just it is taking a little memory. Okay, first point is the bubble sort. The bubble sort requires very little memory. It is requiring the very little memory. It is requiring very little, small memory only, not much more. Okay, very little only we are using, not little, very little. Okay, and we have the second advantage is like bubble sort is comprised of relatively the few lines of code. So in this, just we are writing the some lines of code. From that, we are compressing the our process. We are compressing the our process. Directly we can display the output by the our programmatic. Means here when you are writing the code. Okay. So here the bubble sort. Here the bubble sort is comprised. Is comprised of relatively. Is comprised of relatively few lines of code. Okay, few lines of code. So these two are the advantages to this, and what we have the disadvantages in these disadvantages. Okay, so disadvantages. So here the main disadvantages of the bubble sort is the method is time to requires. Okay, so sort method is the time it requires. So means here it is taking some time to perform, and it is highly inefficient for large data sets. It is just taking the small values only, right? So in this we have very little memory. It is having the very little memory. So you should perform the only small values, not the hundreds of memory, or else you can take the large data. So that is the main disadvantages only, right? So then write here the main disadvantage. Okay, the main disadvantage of the bubble sort. Okay, of the bubble sort method. Of the bubble sort method is the time it requires. Okay, it is need the time. Okay, required, and also it is having the, it is highly, why it is taking the more time, when means here highly inefficient for large data. It is not taking the large data sets. Okay, just it is having a very little of memory, so that's what it is using the some small amount of data only. It is not using a large amount of data, so that's what this is having the one disadvantages to perform the our bubble sort. Okay, so here in this bubble sort we are just performing the ascending order or else a descending order. Okay, so just we are taking the numbers. So suppose you are taking the numbers like this: 24, 54, 12, 87, 41, 39, 6, 78, right? So in the previous we just wrote the ascending order. So if we need to be write the descending order for this, so you should write like this. Okay, 87. So here big value will comes to the starting position, right? So 87. After that what we have in the 78, and next we have the 54, and next we have the 41, and next we have the 39, and next here 24 and 12, and at last we have the 6. So you can write the ascending order or else descending order. There is no problem with it. So not only in the ascending order, you should make the descending order also. You will understand how we are performing the descending order also. So this is the bubble sorts. So in the bubble sorts, we are taking the sorting technique. Okay, so it is having a more efficiency to work, but in this main disadvantages is it is having a little bit of memory. So in that time we are not posting the large amount of data, right? So that is the main disadvantages to work with the our bubble sort, right? In the next class we will learn about the another technique. Okay, thank you.